Hey folks, gather round for the tale of Bertram Buttercup, our favorite squirrel in existential crisis mode. One brisk autumn day, Bertram stared at an acorn in his tiny paws. But not just any acorn. This was the acorn. The biggest, shiniest, most gloriously perfect acorn he'd ever found. Yet, deep down, Bertram felt a pang of despair. Another nut for the horde, he sighed dramatically. Another day closer to, what, squirrel retirement? He pictured himself in a hammock made of twigs, sipping acorn tea. Utterly pointless, he muttered, flinging the magnificent acorn into the air. It landed with a loud plonk, right on the head of Mrs. Higginsbottom, the notoriously grumpy badger living under the oak tree. Mrs. Higginsbottom, in the midst of a very important nap about badger-shaped garden gnomes, shot up like a furry enraged jack-in-the-box. "Who dares disturb my slumber?" she roared, her voice booming through the forest. Bertram, frozen in terror, squeaked. He knew Mrs. Higginsbottom viewed squirrels as a personal affront to badger kind. Thinking quickly, Bertram pointed a trembling paw at a passing blue jay. "J'accuse," he stammered, channeling his inner French revolutionary. "The blue jay! He did it! He's been trying to steal my acorns all week!" The blue jay, a known acorn thief, squawked indignantly. "Hey, I saw you throw it!" "Lies!" Bertram cried, puffing out his tiny chest. "Slander! I am a squirrel of integrity!" Then he winked conspiratorially at Mrs. Higginsbottom. "He's trying to frame me, probably because he's jealous of my magnificent acorn collection." Mrs. Higginsbottom, still half asleep and easily confused, squinted at the blue jay. You acorn thief," she growled, advancing on the hapless bird. The blue jay, realizing he was being framed by a squirrel with dramatic flair, took off in a flurry of blue feathers. Mrs. Higginsbottom, satisfied that justice had been served, muttered something about the youth of today, and went back to her nap. Bertram, meanwhile, scurried away, retrieved the magnificent acorn, and buried it with a triumphant grin. He might not know the meaning of life, but he knew one thing for sure. A well-placed acorn and a dash of theatrical flair could get you out of any sticky situation, and that, he decided, was a philosophy worth hoarding. So, next time you find yourself in a pickle, remember Bertram and his magnificent acorn. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tale, hit that subscribe button for more. Until next time, keep your acorns close and your blue jays closer.